Here's a map showing where Puerto Penasco, Mexico is in relation to Tucson and Phoenix, Arizona, as well as San Diego, California. Tucson's only 211 miles. Phoenix is also similar at 213 miles, and San Diego's a little farther at 306 miles. The reason that Puerto Penasco is so popular for people from these cities, not so much San Diego, but Phoenix and Tucson for sure, is that it's the closest drive to ocean water or a beach. So it's only about a 3 or 4 hour ride from Phoenix or Tucson. So because of that, a lot of people come there, have vacation apartments or condos there, and also predictably, a lot of college students come there for spring break or when they have off from college, because either their parents have places there or it's probably a good place to drink if you're under 21. I think the drinking age is 18. So. Now here is a more close-up map of Puerto Penasco, which is also called Rocky Point. The smaller circle up top is the area of the Sonoran Sky Resort where I stayed. And so that's right along the beach, which you'll see in the video shortly. The bigger circle is the area of downtown Puerto Penasco. So this is the view starting from the back of the Sonoran Sky. You can see the mountains and a lot of desert. It's a real light sand that gets all over everything in the roads and it gets in everything. So it's not like Arizona where it's a hard kind of sand. This is really light, like almost like you imagine the Sahara Desert or something. This is the beachfront. It has a really big tide. It's a very extreme tide. It's one of the most extreme tides in the world. I think the top 3 or 4 in the world, the difference between low and high tide. And I'm going to show you a picture here soon showing you the difference between low tide and high tide. And you can see how wide that difference really is. I mean, you can't see the rocks that are out in the distance there when the high tide is up, but when the low tide is pulled out, it's really wide. I mean, it looks probably like a few hundred feet, I would say, in distance, not in depth. So now we're heading down on the beach towards the center of Puerto Penasco, the town area. Where we're gonna go to Max's Cafe, a really good breakfast place. And here you can see the RV park that's next to the Sonoran Sky. I'm gonna do a video on the RV park later. And so here you get a on-the-ground view of how wide this tide really is, because you can see the ground here is wet. I mean, there's even puddles there. So the difference in color in the sand here is where the tide comes all the way out to. So you can see how really wide this high tide and low tide really is. Straight ahead is a Penasco del Sol Hotel. And right behind that is Max's Cafe. So that's kind of in the town. So here's another look how far down these condos and buildings go. And here's a look at the rocks you could see on the beach there. It's probably not a good place to swim because it's really rocky. And here is the alleyway that goes to the left of the Penasco del Sol Hotel, and it comes out into the town area where you have restaurants, you have 7-Elevens, you have rentals for ATVs and that kind of thing, so you can go play around in the sand dunes, which a lot of people do. So it's really big down here. And so straight ahead, you're going to see There's a little strip mall there that has Max's Cafe. It's a really good cafe owned by an American guy. They have American type breakfast as well as Mexican type breakfast. So it's a really good place to go to when you're out here. And here on the corner, you can see a little agency with all the touts out there that do all the travel related stuff. I guess like scuba diving, banana boats, jet skis, anything water related, any little trips that they offer and things like that. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.